Here's what my boys dropped on me this morning. Angel Reese blasted Caitlin Clark in the head and was issued a flagrant foul. Blasted her. People instantly reacted online, believed it was a personal attack and more than just a basketball play. Well, let me explain. People online suck it. That's my new saying, by the way, people online. This was I got the hiccups. This was a basketball play, pure and simple. Caitlin Clark goes to the rim. Angel Reese comes over, gives a swipe, hits her in the head. The other player bodies her to the ground. As I used to tell my players when they would whine about getting hit, yo, you don't want to get hit in the head, stay outside the three-point line. But when you go to the rim, you're going to get hit, period. That's the way the cookie crumbles, as my mother used to say. That's what is about basketball. That is what is about basketball. Who am I? What am I? Shannon Sharp? No. That's hoops. And anything other than that. But I understand it. I do, because what we've got developing here, and I'm digging this, is a Bird Magic situation. Black and white. Really good players coming into a league that's faltering. That's exactly what we got. Now, difference is this. Both of them, Bird and Magic, well, Magic led in his first year the Lakers to an NCAA title. But think about this back in the day. Before Bird and Magic came into the league, even when Magic, Kareem were playing for a NBA title against Philadelphia, guess what? With Moses and Dr. J, guess what? It was so uninteresting to the American public that the games were on tape delay. The games would be played at 8, not shown on national TV, at least in Central Time, till after 10:30. Game started at 7, 10:30, you'd watch the game, tape delay. Weird, right? Doesn't sound possible. What are you talking about? Well, Magic and Bird came along, and that whole thing switched to where it is now. Reese and Clark have come along, and I wish people would embrace that. I wish people would embrace Reese and Clark are coming into the WNBA at a time when the WNBA sucked. Angry lesbians ruled the league. Nobody really cared. Now we've got a couple young ladies that are more on the feminine side than anything else. And guess what? People are watching. People are watching in droves. Now we got a rivalry. Both teams not great. Caitlin Clark has won the 2 times they have played, but so what? It is fascinating, it is interesting, and it's exactly what this league needs. It is exactly what our hometown team, the Indiana Fever, need. We need interest. I don't give a damn if Teresa Witherspoon or old Diana Taurasi comes in here. I don't care. Never have, never will. Didn't care a second about Sue Bird. Didn't care about Brittany Griner's big male ass coming in. None of it. Didn't care. Now you got Reese. Like it. Now you got Clark. Like it. Now you got physicality. Now you got competition. In fact, I got home, watched the last quarter, and it was great. Now, it was really, really great. All right, let's go back to the issue at hand. Caitlin Clark gets hit in the head. Big deal. At least according to Caitlin Clark. Here's what Caitlin had to say.
And then when you get flagrant foul by Angel Reese, what's going through your mind, and how you just stay within yourself to finish the game?
What's going through my mind is I need to make these 2 free throws. That's all I'm thinking about. It's just part of basketball. It is what it is. Just trying to make a play on the ball and get the block. But yeah, I mean, it happens. And those free throws, when you have to shoot them with nobody at the line, are kind of hard. So it's a little different than having people at the line. So I was just trying to focus on making those.
Simple. I'm thinking about making the 2 free throws. That's right. My mother used to give me $1 if I scored 10 points in grade school. So you can hit me all you want. Just give me 2 free throws, and I want to make them because I wanted that $5 if I scored 20. That's right. I was a little offensive pig. But anyway, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's all it is. Now, Caitlin Clark was asked, of course, about Angel Reese. Here's what she had to say.
Yeah, I think it's just the emotion and the passion that we play with. I think people love to see that, and I think that's maybe not something that was always appreciated in women's sports, and it should be. I think that's what makes it fun. Like, we're competitors. That's the way the game should be. It's going to get a little feisty, it's going to get physical, but at the end of the day, both teams are just trying to win. But yeah, I mean, I think, what she's done with her platform has been absolutely incredible, and she has an entire fan base that has supported her, and what she did at Maryland and then LSU. Like, obviously I've played her for a very long time and she's been a tremendous player. So, it's been fun getting to compete against. I think it's been really good for the game. Like, people just love seeing great matchups. But also at the same time, like, people tune in for these matchups, but then they get to see how amazing these teams are. And then they find new players to support and continue to come back for them too. So I think that's another benefit of it, honestly.
There you go. Now, Angel Reese went a bit the other route, but hey, who doesn't need a good heel, right? Angel Reese said some people get a special whistle. I got 2 words for you. Duh. Let's hear from Angel Reese.
For inside, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to.
Yeah, good. Right. Give her a special whistle. Hell yeah, give Reese a special whistle. Nobody wants to go to a game, a Sky versus Fever, if Reese or Clark aren't playing. What are you, nuts? Who the hell wants to do that? Not I. No, nay, Nanook. I want to see those two go at it. I don't care if anybody hits anybody in the head. Who cares? But man, oh man, everybody apparently does. Angel Reese says it was a basketball play, and I agree with Angel Reese. Here's Angel Reese.
On the flagrant, did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah. Did you feel like that was the appropriate call or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight, so can't.
But it did look innocent, like you were going for the ball.
I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip 20 times before Monday, so.
Well, we don't work in TV, so I'm not gonna play it anymore. But
this clip gonna get out somewhere. I know.
From my side, you're correct. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a basketball play to me. Oh my God, she hit her in the head. So what? Don't go to the rim. Don't go to the rim. It's literally that simple. Don't go to the rim if you don't want to get hurt. And the only person not complaining about it is a girl who got hit in the head. Caitlin Clark. And good for Caitlin Clark and good for Angel Reese. Look, I don't want Angel Reese backing down from this, and I don't think she will. I find it hard sometimes to listen to both because I don't care that much. But I'll tell you this, they do make it fun. I care more than I did. Now maybe I'll get to the level of where I really care. In fact, I've got to re-examine that statement. You know what? Yesterday, I did come home and I did bet on the Fever, so maybe I do care. If I'm going to bet on you, I think I care. Many people do care. Let's look at Caitlin Clark's – let's look at the numbers that Caitlin Clark has impacted here. The WNBA attendance, it's gone up outrageously. Some fascinating data earlier this week. Road game attendance spikes 87%. 87% when Clark is visiting. 33.5% of all attendance this season can be attributed to one young lady. WNBA games featuring Clark have 105% more fans in attendance. The Fever draw 36% more fans on the road than any other team in the league, with an average of 15,142 attending. Those weren't the only numbers. Listen to this, that sportscasting share that will blow your mind. The Storm, the Spark, and the Mystics all saw attendance increases of more than 100%. In fact, the only team that hasn't seen a huge spike in attendance was Las Vegas, the defending champ, 0.33 increase. Next closest, Connecticut Sun, increase of 30%. Man, I got to tell you, now, again, I like the fact that Caitlin Clark has come in. I can't decide if she's come in as Bird or Magic, because both came into the league and both really ripped it up, and both were draws. Magic had won the national championship over Bird. You see where I'm going here with this Angel Reese Clark thing? There are a lot of parallels between Bird and Magic, not just the black and white. There are. The only difference is Reese is a post player, and neither Bird nor Magic were really post players, but who cares? Can't have everything perfect, but man, oh man, it is amazing. Now, the WNBA does continue to be the most insanely ridiculous, weird, outrageously stupid league in basketball. The level of immaturity of these women is sad to a lot of them. Now, A'ja Wilson is like the greatest player ever, everybody tells me. Okay, A'ja. Well, Asia Wilson threw herself a little pity party after losing to the Liberty. The drama of these women. Now, people tell me, why are you surprised? Well, I've never really hung with women that are big drama. And even my daughter at 16 wasn't big drama. My wife's neither were big drama. But damn, the drama of these women, it make you crazy. Go ahead. Play Asia Wilson.
I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate because that's how I get the best out of my team. So when it comes to wins, losses, when I tell you I break this game down piece by piece because I don't want to be great for you guys. No offense. But I want to be great for my team. I want to be great for this franchise. It is hard as shit. It is hard as shit because there's tons of people that want to break you down. Great teams in this league that are going to try to come after you every single night. But when it comes to taking accountability, I have no problem in that because I want to be great. I want to be great for my teammates. So yes, it can start in practice. Yes, it starts in training camp. Yes, it starts in the wins and the losses. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to challenge myself and my teammates every single day. Because when you're talking about greatness, it starts with consistency. Everybody can be good here and there, but who can be great every single game, every possession? And that's what I'm striving for. And it's hard as shit. I promise y'all, it's hard as shit. But promise you, I'm not going to back down. So it starts with me, and it's going to always be with me because I have 11 other women in that locker room that I need to pull greatness out of. So that's where it goes from. If it's talking more, is it trying to fly on the court, is it being a defensive presence? I'm going to be that every single day for my team because I want them to be great. Not just for rings and banners, because I know the potential that we have in our locker room. So,
oh, great. I mean, it's like game 12. Good for her, though. That's a nice speech. And if I was coaching her, I'd be like, all right, that's great. And I would hold her to that. Charlemagne the guy who sat there while Joe Biden told him he wasn't black enough and took it, had chimed in. Charlemagne the God. What the hell is that?
But you don't think it's a problem that this young woman, there's so many examples where, I mean, black people are very marketable.
Well, ask yourself
and
this.
She seems to have been indoctrinated into this. They don't see it as marketable, so it doesn't matter how hard I work.
Well,
I don't think that's accurate or healthy. I mean, when people come into the league and they're like the biggest thing in college, isn't that a big deal?
No, because Asia Wilson was the biggest thing when she came out of South Carolina. That's where I'm from. So she was one of the biggest things when she came out of South Carolina, #1 draft pick. And she didn't get all of that. So what do you attribute that to?
I mean, you're saying that's racism.
No, I'm not saying it's racist. I'm just saying that I think Asia Wilson has a point. And I think sometimes when, black women say certain things, we should listen, and especially her, because I'm not in her shoes.
I don't know. But why was Serena Williams such a big star? Because people like that. They didn't not watch her because she was black, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we with this?
I don't know. I'm just sitting back observing the conversation, but I do think
the level of stupid in this discussion has exposed racism from African Americans. I guess we already knew. I guess now it's out in the open. I don't understand why people immediately go to race on this. And I've said this forever, and I'll continue to say this. Jesus, the level of stupid. Anyway, Caitlin Clark's game resonates like Steph Curry does. Yes, I'm using a black guy, but I don't care. I said this when she was in college. A lot of people were saying Pete Maravich, including me, and then as she got into it and you watch, and I start thinking about impact on others, nobody's impacted by Pete Maravich. Pete Maravich has been dead, unfortunately, for a long, long time. Pete Maravich played way back in the day. Nobody gives a rat's ass. Hell, more people, if you're going to use a white guy, would rather see white chocolate Jason Williams. But the level of stupid, the level of racism, our people against your people and all that crap, it's just not here if you have a brain. Serena Williams has a brain. We'll get into that in a minute. And Serena said the other day, they just can't do what you do, talking to Caitlin Clark, and that's exactly right. Asia Williams is a really good women's player whose game doesn't resonate. Why? because she's a wing player that plays under the rim. If we want to watch wing players, we'll go watch the NBA or college where guys are going to the rim, shooting from deep, and dunking. And it's easy. No one really, truly wants to see Angel Reese flopping around under the bucket, missing layups, going 3 for 14 from 2 feet. What they want to see is Steph Curry. They want to see Steph Curry bombing shots from way deep, pulling up, crossover, behind the back, pushing off, whatever. But the level of stupid from idiots like Charlemagne the God or all these dumbasses you see on ESPN, ESCTE, I guess, is not astounding. It's to be expected. They can't figure it out. When in doubt, go to race. That's why I've always said TV needs basketball people. I don't care if you're talking about women or men. If you don't understand that Caitlin Clark's game resonates, I cannot help you. You can give us 100 more Brittany Grinders taking their tops off and do it looking like a man with an Adam's apple playing in the WNBA, and we're not going to care. We can watch 17,000 of those starting from high school, 17 million of those starting from high school to the frickin' NBA. But there ain't too many Caitlin Clarks or Steph Currys. There just aren't. I mean, Dame Lillard isn't as interesting as Steph Curry, and I'm not sure why. Steph Curry's got wiggle, he's got dance, and so does Caitlin Clark. But every dumbass, every African-American, every white dumbass has to say, well, it's race. Oh, look at our white girl. Look at their white girl. Look at our black girl. Oh, shut up. Just shut up with it. It's ignorant. From a basketball standpoint, it's just ignorant. If you don't know that the game resonates from Caitlin Clark because of how she plays, not the color of her skin, then you're dumber than I thought you were, and I think you're really, really stupid. Hey, the crime spree of the Kansas City Chiefs continues. The crime spree of the Kansas City Chiefs is unending. Grandpa Andy Reid, he hasn't lost control of nothing. I'm guessing he never really had control. Kansas City Chiefs crime spree alive and well. Listen to this. Defensive lineman Bugsy, Isaiah Buggs, big fat dumbass, was arrested for the second time in recent weeks. This time, second-degree domestic violence charges with a burglary designation. There's old Bugsy. Has there ever been such a dominant organization that has had so many culture and players issue? This guy's been arrested twice. A couple other big fat guys arrested with weed. Of course, Rashid Rice, he can't stay out of jail. Man, oh man. Don't make me start disliking the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't make me, because I will. And if I put the malacca on the Kansas City Chiefs, that malacca will stay. Now, here's the deal with the Chiefs. Andy Reid is smart enough to understand one thing and one thing only. He learned this in Philadelphia, I guarantee you. I don't give a damn. I don't have to deal with it as a head coach in the NFL. Their agents do. My general manager will. Just win games. Andy Reid will be in the Hall of Fame. Andy Reid will be in the Hall of Fame for one thing and one thing only, winning football games. Not as a father. Oh, God, no. Not as a disciplinarian. Not as a coach with any spine, any backbone, any heart, any discipline to him. No. Andy Reid will be in the Hall of Fame because he has morphed into the beloved grandfather that coaches wins, period. Got lucky, got Mahomes. Maybe not lucky. Maybe he coached Mahomes. I don't know. Doesn't seem like he does much of anything but stand on his fat ass on the sideline calling plays. Good for him. Certainly isn't involved in anybody's life. Certainly isn't the epitome of a coach. I guarantee all these guys play. What are you going to do? It's a fraud. According to reports, several Colorado football players, speaking of coaching frauds, quit the team after Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, ordered players. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I gotta say this right. Ordered players to attend Shador and Lil Wayne's concert at Colorado Spring Weekend. The Wayne concert was the final straw for a few players who hit the transfer portal. When Coach Prime told us we all had to be there to support Shador as a rapper, they were not happy at all. To be honest, it was nothing but a huge distraction and daddy ball being played. Sanders reportedly threatened to dismiss anyone who did not attend the concert. though the report didn't specify if the mandatory directive was because of Shedeur Sanders being part of the opening act or because Sanders wanted to ensure that Lil Wayne played to a packed house. All right. This is not just about Shedeur Sanders rapping. This is about players saying, all right, enough's enough, man. Enough's enough. You know, I get it publicly. All you talk about is Travis Hunter and Shedeur and your kid Silo, who, by the way, had to claim bankruptcy because he owes a bunch of money for beating up like a janitor or something in high school. But I digress. This isn't about that. This is bigger than that. This is about players being fed up. Absolutely. Hey, Nick. Coach says, hey, Nick, you got to go watch my son's rap concert. Although it is with Lil Wayne. A lot of people like Lil Wayne. You pissed off? You going? You asking for free tickets? What are you doing?
I'm going. I'm asking for free tickets without question.
Yeah.
Would you not do that?
Quitting? Yeah, I wouldn't care unless I was just tired of the whole thing. If I was tired of the whole thing, then I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be like, screw you. I'm out of here. But I'd just go, get free tickets, and have a great weekend.
I don't think I would quit. I mean, but at the same time, there's probably a lot of internal stuff that pissed a lot of the players off. And then this was probably just like the icing on the cake. And they're just like, no, I can't do this anymore. There's way too many egregious demands. So they probably did something or they probably make the players do some things that was kind of like hazing, but like in a way, they probably haze the kids a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Nick, how old are you?
28.
And as 28-year-old, would you date a 70-year-old quarter billionaire?
If it's Christy Brinkley, yes.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Solid. She's looking good these days.
She really is.
24-year-old cheerleader is dating Bill Belichick, 73, 24. I don't know. 24-year-old is dating 72-year-old. Why? I don't want to hear that it's creepy. Love is love, baby.